Hi there, Lynx here, and welcome to Deep Sea Dating, which apparently is a game set in Touhou universe, and that's a universe I actually have barely any knowledge of. I'm serious, I barely know it, and we are going to play 2 games from that universe now. One of them, exactly, Deep Sea Dating, and the same person released, I believe it was just one person thing, released also one more game in that universe, so I think we'll play that one as well. But for now, let's see the one we are seeing in front of our eyes. Yeah, let's begin. There's a lot of things you're expected to know as a princess. How to curtsy, which forks to do what at the dinner table. How to greet the masses while sidestepping anything that resembles politics. It's tougher work than people give it credit for. I mean, I bet it is. I've spent years getting lessons from advisors and tutors about how to present myself in a public. Something that Polish politicians should be forced into. Until recently, I thought I was ready for anything the world could throw at me. But as it turns out, there are a few minor points my teachers never bothered to cover. For example, how to plan a date. Oh. I can't sit still. Every time I try to relax, my tail starts flapping, like it's got a mind of its own. My heart has taken up residence in my throat and won't stop banging on the walls. You know, that feeling when you're away from home and suddenly you're not sure if you locked the front door? Yes. It's something like that, except with every door, every window, and about half the bricks. This is gonna be the worst first brush ever, isn't it? My name is Wakasagi. Well, my full title is Princess Wakasagi, the heiress to the throne of the 7th Sea, but that's kind of a mouthful. Okay, I'm gonna ask, is that really a character in Touhou universe? Or is this just supposed to be Princess Wakasagi Touhou? There is! Okay, nice. I don't know, I mean, I'd never gotten into Touhou universe. I think the only one I know, like, basically, namely, would be Sakuya, the maid, and I think that's it. I honestly don't know anything about anything else. So let's learn a bit, I guess. For most of my life, I've been a pretty boring mermaid. I'd score along the lake bed for stones and call it a day. But in the last few months, I've been the subject of some controversy. The princess is flirting with a commoner, and there is nothing wrong about that. And an error briefer on top of that. The local gossips have been having a field day with it, and my parents aren't exactly happy either. Honestly, I don't care about the scandal. Good. But this is the first time my girlfriend's visiting my home rather than the other way around. I've made all the preparations I can, but there is still a million things that could go wrong. Come on, Waka. Get hold of yourself. I cup some water with my hands and splash my face. It doesn't do much since I'm a mermaid and all, but it's something. Remember what old Tuna had always taught you? A princess faces every challenge with a smile. She can't know that I'm freaking out. To try and force the issue, I pull the sides of my lips upwards. They say if you pull a face too long, it will stick, so I'm gonna... better not. So I'm going to try and use that to my advantage. 5 minutes later, it doesn't feel any more rigid. All I've managed to do is give myself a really sore mouth. Stupid! Urban legends never being true when you need them to be. Oh, this really sucks. What's wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Just trying to get myself together so Kaenbyou doesn't see me. Kaenbyou, come on. Kageru, Touhou. Kageru Imaizumi! That's a werewolf. Interesting. Wait, Kageru! Oh, nice! I was so busy panicking I didn't even hear her come close. Standing at the edge of the lake as effortlessly pretty as always is Kageru Imaizumi. Sorry if I took you by surprise. I'm not too early, am I? She's talking to me, but I can barely parse what she's saying. My focus is more on her choice of outfit, diving suit. Her very interesting choice of outfit. Kageru, what happened to your dress? Huh? This? It's a wetsuit. A kappa sold it to me, saying it was the pinnacle of underwater fashion. Plus it means I don't have to worry about getting waved down. What do you think, huh? Isn't it sleek and fancy? It's sleek, alright. It's too sleek. I can see every curve of her body under that thing. No matter how you look at it, this isn't. Actually, it is appropriate. I mean, it's typical diving suit, or whatever she called it. No one I knew would be caught dead in something so revealing. It's not revealing! It's supposed to stick to your body, as far as I'm concerned. What they are going to think if they see Kageru in it. Oh! She came prepared for diving. Nice! Waka, are you okay? You're kind of red in the face. Kageru gives me that little pout along with a swish of her tail. She probably expects me to be really impressed. I can't break the truth to her when she's giving me that look, can I? I'm fine. Just a warm is all. Yeah, we picked a really good day for this. Tons better than last time I took you to the village. You think so? I thought the rain made it really atmospheric. It took a week for my dress to dry out. And I was in bed with a cold for half of that. Alright. I guess that's what would happen to a non-mermaid, isn't it? Kageru's been giving me tours of Gensokyo for a few months now. Okay, I heard that name before, Gensokyo. I think it's because there are some games on Steam from Touhou universe, and one of them had this Gensokyo in the title. Anyway, we are in disguise as humans, of course. Yeah, definitely. I can tell by the ears that you don't have of your species. With her carrying me around in a wheelchair. Oh, so you were. Okay. She's shown me so many amazing things, and it's my chance to return the favor. It will be fine as long as everything goes well. But as we know, probably nothing will go well. So, are you ready to go? Not quite. I still need to get suited up. Suited up? You mean there's more on top of that? Yeah. Of course. Can't enter now no water's unprepared after all. Kageru reaches in a nearby bush, pulling out a heavy leather bag. Did she haul that thing all the way here on her own? Behold, Waka! The pinnacle of kappa diving technology! Kageru shows off a variety of odd trinkets. Steel tongues. I mean, it makes sense that she has an air tongue, right? Rubber flipper, something that's meant to go over her eyes. Googles. There's a lot of this stuff. The kappa who sold me the wetsuit threw all this equipment in as well. It wasn't cheap, but an upper class yokai like me only settles for the best. Very best. Kageru makes a point of running a hand through her luscious hair. Even more than before, she looks eager to be showered in praise. Her family is ludicrously rich but relatively unknown, so she loves flaunting her wealth whenever she can. Wait, so Wait, what? I mean... Then what's the problem of you dating her? I mean, I was expecting she would be like a character, you know, completely from the bottom tier or whatever. Which I don't think is wrong anyway, but still, I mean, I didn't expect that. I mean, good turn of events, I guess. Something for free on GOG, but I think I'm not interested in this game. Anyway.
Kageru, why do you need any of that? Isn't it obvious? I can breathe underwater. That's what the key is for. But that's why I got you this.
I reached into my pocket and pulled out a small ring with a blue gem carved into it. Kageru's initial reaction is...
Waka, you're not supposed to propose before we date.
I mean, that date.
It's not an engagement ring. It's a water-breathing charm. Huh? I told you I'd get you one of these when we made plans for this. Don't tell me you forgot.
Kageru looks away, her tail wrapping around her thigh. I think that answers my question pretty well.
The compound lady said I would look bad if I didn't go all the way. I'm gonna have to beg her for a refund now. It's okay. You meant well.
I reach forward and give her a little pat on the head. She growls under her breath and nuzzles into my palm. I'll never tell her this in person, but she's adorable when she's embarrassed. Seeing her like this really takes some of the pressure off of me.
So I don't need any of this stuff?
Nope.
Just wear this and you'll be a-okay.
Carol takes the ring out of my hand, giving it a look over before slotting it onto her finger. It's a little small for her, but at least it's not going to fall off.
I don't feel very different. Are you sure this ring is working? Of course I'm sure. You trust me, right? Well, yeah, but it's not something I'm very used to. Breathing underwater, I mean.
She has no points there. It's probably really tough for her to imagine breathing anything other than air. Yeah. I'm about to talk her out of it when inspiration strikes me.
Alright then, we'll do it nice and slow. Get in here. What? You mean the water? Of course, dummy. Where else?
Oh, Kageru frowns, but eventually gives in. She carefully lowers herself in the lake, keeping herself afloat with clumsy strokes.
Don't worry, Kageru. I'm here.
I swim over to her and give her a nice big hug. I can feel her skin flare up through that suit of hers.
Waka.
I can see her eyes twinkling. Usually she's the one carrying me around, but now the roles have been reversed. I hold her close, my expression the epitome of coolness. Not that I'm really feeling cool right now. That's just from lots of practice being a princess. How I'm really feeling is more like,
Kah! This is just the start I was hoping for!
Maybe today's gonna go great after all. But that's probably a lot less impressive, so I'll keep the truth to myself and to you guys, okay? No one else will know. Alright.
Ready?
Kageru takes a few deep breaths and then gulps.
I think so. Pull me up if I'm in trouble, okay?
Of course.
Of course, of course. Here we go then.
Keeping my arms around Kageru, I quietly count down from 3. Then once I'm sure she's ready, I slowly bring her down on the surface of the water. She leans into me as we descend, holding her breath on instinct. Only after a few gentle pats on the back does she find the nerve to breathe in. As she does, the jewel on her ring begins to shine, humming faintly as its magic kicks in.
I'm okay. See? Just like I promised.
Kageru nods, letting out a sigh of relief. It takes a few seconds for all of the anxiety to worm its way out of her system. Her eyes pull open as she takes her first proper look at the lake bed.
Wow! It's, a lot deeper than I thought. Magic is weird like that. What do you think?
Kaguru's eyes jump around the landscape. Light from the surface draws glimmering patterns on the sand and schools of fish swim out in all the directions. How come someone named actually groups of fish schools, I wonder? For a while, her mouth hangs open, unable to come up with a proper response.
It's pretty. Really pretty. I'm glad you like it.
I bring myself around behind Kaguru, wrapping arms around her waist. For now, I'll just let her enjoy the view. Then, when she's ready, the date can start in earnest. Welcome to my world, Kaguru! I hope you like it.
Wow, Waka, this drink is incredible! Where did you get it?
Kaguru spent the last 5 minutes testing out her new powers. The water doesn't bother her eyes, and her swimming's better than it's ever been. Her hair has even lost the glossy sheen she loves so much.
It's a family heirloom. Supposedly a mermaid queen crafted it centuries ago so her human lover could live with her on the ocean floor.
See, that's how it's supposed to be made. Very nice.
Oh, that's a cute story. I'm surprised your folks were willing to let you borrow it. Yeah, about that. I sort of nabbed it from the treasury, so I'm going to need it back when we're finished. Oh.
Kaguru looks down at the drink with an awkward expression. My parents always said an air briefer would be a bad influence on me. I guess they were right in a way.
So, what do you actually have planned for today? You've kept your schedule under wraps for a while. First of all, I've got a nice picnic in store for you. I'm going to introduce you to the delicacies of mermaid cuisine. Then we've got some sightseeing, and there is an extra special event this evening that you're totally going to love. Sounds like fun. You really did go all out on this, didn't ya? You shouldn't underestimate a mermaid in her natural element, Kaguru.
I pound the fist against my chest. The date's gone to a strong start. If I can keep this up, Kaguru's going to think I'm the coolest girlfriend ever. Hey, I think she already thinks that. You are her girlfriend after all.
Then let's get to this picnic. I haven't had anything to eat all day, so... Wait, who's that?
Kaguru points out a large fish swimming swiftly towards us. He's a lot larger than the rest of the wildlife, so she's right to pay attention to him.
Oh, that's Magu. He's local tuna yokai. Kind of opinionated, but he's okay once you get to know him. It looks like he wants to talk to you.
Sure enough, Magu waves one of his fins in my direction. There is a twinkle in his eye that makes me a little uneasy. Did I order something? No, I didn't.
Sorry, Kaguru, can you give me a second?
Sure.
Sure. Royal business is important after all.
Kaguru drifts back a few paces while Mogu stops in front of me. From her perspective, all we're doing is making blabbing sounds at each other. But that's because she doesn't speak fish.
Princess, your scales are looking especially shiny today.
Thank you, Magu. I made a point of polishing them this morning.
Who's that furball you dragging with you? Is the brood all the rumor wines have been blowing about?
Magu points his fin at Kaguru. She gives him a cheerful wave in return, blissfully aware of what's being said about her.
Her name is Kaguru. And yes, she's my girlfriend, hehe.
For real? Holy mackerel! That girl is hairy.
She only has hair on her head, mate.
Are all the herbivores that fugly, or is she just special case?
I swallow down an insult. How dare you? When I called Magu opinionated, it was mainly on the topic of surface dwellers. It's not an uncommon sentiment in these parts either. Okay, Waka. Keep calm. Don't kill him. Keep smiling. If Kaguru figures out this isn't a pleasant conversation, things could turn out really bad.
I happen to think Kaguru is quite pretty. Maybe you don't agree, but I think we can accept our differences and...
At least she's got a nice pair of knockers.
This guy.
Excuse me?
You know, assets. Melons. Chest mountains.
Okay, I haven't heard that one before. Chest mountains. For death... Okay, I did hear. I mean, if you call them mountains, that's just that, right?
Seriously, you could feed a whale shark with the milk from those things.
The first rule of being a princess is that you can never be angry about anything. It's simply not an emotion that you're supposed to possess. It's a rule I'm working really, really hard not to break right now.
Well, as delightful as this conversation has been, I'm afraid we've got places to be.
Alright. But hey, if your friend ever feels like finding out how they do it down under, make sure to send her my way.
I'll consider it.
Right after I consider feeding you to a goddamn shark, useless waste of gills. Seriously, I'm this close to ripping the bones right out of your...
Hey, Waka. Yes? What is it? That guy was talking about me, wasn't he? I saw him pointing in my direction.
Mayday! 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 Really? Day trading disaster at 12 o'clock?
He was, complimenting you.
I mean, in certain way, I guess. About certain parts of your body. Anyway.
Really? What did he say?
I think, Waka, think. It doesn't matter if it's true or not, just say something that sounds convincing.
He said he liked...
Your hair. That's not true. Your outfit. No, your body. Yes. Let's say it, whatever.
He had some choice comments about your frame. Huh?
Oh god, why did I say that?
Fat fish. He was hitting on me, wasn't he? He wasn't not doing that, so... Where did he go? I'm gonna rip that pair of spine out! Hey, Kaguru, no! Murdering fish isn't dramatic at all.
Me and my big mouth. Why do I only tell the truth at the worst possible times?
Why? Because I don't want to lie to the girl you love. And I did not allow you to lie to the girl you love.
Anyway.
You like my body that much? Let's see how you feel about it when you're in my goddamn stomach!
It takes a while to calm Kaguru down. A lot of cuddling, plenty of nuzzling, and a few ear scratches. She does still give me and give any passing fish a bit of glare for. Okay, so it's a bit of a stumbling block, yeah. But surely things have to get better from here, right? Right. It's a good 10 minutes of a swim to the picnic spot I'd set up in advance. For me, that's not even worth mentioning. Kaenbyou might have had trouble with it if the ring's magic hadn't boosted her swimming as well.
Are we there yet? All this exercise still gave me an appetite. Almost. If I remember, I left the basket somewhere around here.
I dipped downward to a large patch of seaweed. The lake bed is littered with little drop spots like this, and we mermaids tend to use them as storage. Interesting.
Why is it all tied up in the weeds? Oh, that's a safety precaution. Can't have anyone swim by and steal away my lunch, after all. Those knots look awfully tight. Are you sure you can undo them? Of course I can't. But I don't have to.
With a few sharp tugs, I rip away the weeds, tying the basket to the lake bed. Kaenbyou watches on, her face going slightly pale at the sight.
Wow. Didn't know you had that kind of upper body strength. Huh? Oh, that's because you've only seen me on the land. Underwater, it's a whole other story.
Maybe it's bragging to say this, but my family didn't claim the monarchy by chance. It's by power. The magic in our bloodlines makes us much stronger. Physically and spiritually. Than ordinary merfolk. Of course, that magic no longer applies when we're on dry land. But here Kageru gets to see just what I'm capable of.
Alright then, let's dig into some... I am ready to appreciate the intricacies of merfolk cuisine. That's just what I'd hoped you'd say. Feast your eyes on my culinary masterpiece.
With a dramatic flourish, I pull the basket open. What's there? Kageru's eyes immediately fly over the contents as she licks her lips. Seconds later, she's tilting her head.
What am I looking at? I'm glad you asked, Kageru. Let me walk you through this meticulously crafted selection. First, in this corner, you've got your good old sea headers. They grow all year round, but if you want to get the most out of them, you've got to pick them in spring. Most people just cook them, but I find broiling really brings the flavor out. Then, for the main course, I've got some devil's fingers. Don't worry, they are perfectly edible, even though they're red.
So are tomatoes, and they are edible.
They start off bitter and dry, but the aftertaste, to die for. These things were a pain to harvest, but they're so worth it. As for the dessert, they are plants. They are all plants. Well, yeah, a healthy diet's important and all. I know some people use squid ink for flavoring, but that stuff's really bad for your stomach.
Kageru gives my dish an oddly blank expression. This is the reaction I was expecting. I mean, come on, she's a werewolf. What did you expect her to eat? Grass? Kind of. Underwater grass, actually. I mean, she's clearly after meat when it comes to food, so. But that mackerel that talked before, whatever it was, you know, we can always hunt it down. This isn't the reaction I was expecting. What's going on? Ah, I get it. She's so stunned by its brilliance that she's been rendered speechless. I thought she'd be impressed, but I didn't think I would get this much of a reaction. Another victim falls prey to the wonders of merfolk cooking. Well, what you waiting for? Food's not for looking at it, it's for eating. What? Sure. Kageru scoops up a handful of the seaweed, her hands trembling from what must be anticipation. Yeah. With a single motion, she shoves the whole thing into her mouth. Normally disapprove of her table manners, but I can't be upset when she's this excited. More like, oh my god, let's get it, eat it as fast as possible. Right? The werewolf makes little whines as she chews on her food. It's hard to tell underwater, but I think it's bringing actual tears to her eyes. I wonder why.
So, what do you think? She's supposed to be shaking like that, right? I don't know a lot about yokai anatomy, but this is probably normal. What? Are you alright, Kageru? Sure I am, Waka. I guess I'm just, allergic to something I hate. Allergic? I never even stopped to think about that. Of course, wolves would have different psychologies to mermaids. Now what am I supposed to do? Well, should we try one at a time? We'll figure out which one you're allergic to and just use the other ones. I really don't think that's a good idea. What if I'm allergic to all of them? We don't know until we try. Come on, it's not like it's going to kill you. Probably.
Probably. Oh my god.
See? Even your stomach agrees with me. What are you talking about? Huh? I thought... But what was that noise?
That's not her stomach, if I say so myself. There is a loud growling noise ringing in my ears. I assume it was Kageru's stomach, but what else could it be?
Where's that coming from? The ground. Huh? Don't be ridiculous, Kageru. The ground can't make noises like...
The lake bed splits apart in the front of us. Huge gushes of water bursting from underneath. The picnic basket is carried away, ripped to shreds by the blast. Kageru is like,
Yes! No! My culinary legacy! Oh, thank goodness. I mean, oh no! How terrible! All of my hard work.
the collection took a whole week to prepare and it's been scattered across every inch of the lake by now. Who would have expected that there would be underwater geyser right at that spot? That collection took me a whole week to prepare and it's been scattered across every inch of the lake by now. I should guess there was a reason these rocks were so warm. Okay.
Whoa, whoa, Waka, don't cry! It's just some food after all. It's not like anyone died. But I worked so hard on it. I was going to make your taste buds melt under the power of mermaid cuisine. Yeah, about that. Waka, there is something I should probably tell you. I know, Kageru. I know you've never felt more alive than when you took a bite of my cooking. And that's why it breaks my heart that... Actually, I'm sort of carnivore. Eh?
I mean, she's a werewolf. Did you not expect that?
I was kind of hoping there'd be some mackerel or sardines or something like that. I'm really bad when it comes to eating plants. Hey, Waka. Don't get hung up on it. It's my fault for not telling you beforehand, okay?
I hadn't even considered the possibility she was a carnivore.
She's a werewolf.
Oh my god. And I was hardly going to cook up my neighbors for lunch. Why not? I mean, some of them are assholes. I think this is what the surface dwellers refer to as culture shock.
Hey, Waka, where are you going? I'm going to hide behind that rock for the next 5 minutes. Please do not follow me. Also, if you hear any crying from that direction, please ignore it. Well then. No, you really don't have to. Crap, she's gone. She'll probably be fine. Her pride might need a while to recover, but she will get a hold of herself. I can't believe she prepared all of it for me for. She's doing her best, isn't she?
Yep. Okay, I think we'll continue actually that date in the next episode. Seems like there is a need for more. So for now, hope you enjoyed and hope to see you in the episode 2 of Deep Sea Dating tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.